156 years ago, specifically on the 14th of April, 1865, something tragic happened in America. On that day, at 10:15 p.m., Abraham Lincoln, arguably the greatest American president, was assassinated. A lot has been said about the reasons, what happened, but there are two things that are clear about that assassination. One, Parker, the guy guarding the president, was the least qualified to guard a president. In fact, at the point of being assassinated in the theater, when the president was watching a movie, the bodyguard was having a drink. He had been picked out, admonished, warned, because of many lapses, even in character. So his carelessness, actually his inability to be a bodyguard of the president, is largely responsible for the death of Abraham Lincoln. But there's something else. The president himself was careless. Or, you may want to see it differently, he never took his security seriously. Oftentimes, in fact, he would dismiss the military that was guarding him. He saw the security as a bother. Many times he walked alone. He rode a horse alone. An assassination had even been made earlier, which could have warned him, but didn't. So two things. One, a wrong bodyguard. Two, a president who didn't take his security seriously. I am looking at this and using it to look at what happened to William Samoei Ruto, or what happened in Kisumu involving the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. But before I say what I want to say, let me say something else. That the security of William Samoei Ruto is not his own security. It is our security. 3 individuals in this country belong to Kenyans. They don't belong to themselves. They don't even belong to their families. Raila Amolo Odinga, William Samoei Ruto, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. These 3 don't belong to themselves. It's in the nature of things and politics that they are out of the family space. They are public figures now. They are our property. If something happened to any of these 3, this country could go up in flames. In America, after the nomination process produces a candidate for the 2 top parties, the GOP, Grand Old Party, Republican Party, and the Democratic Party, your security becomes America's security. As a candidate from then on, you are guarded by the Secret Service. They can overrule you in many things. The reason is simple. At some point, what happens to you concerns the country, because it could plunge the country into chaos. Now to Kisumu. I don't want to mince words, because this is about our security. It's about this country. For those who are old like me, it's about our children. William Samoei Ruto did not act like a statesman. I watched in disbelief a deputy president at the level he has now reached, where any time he could be the president of this country. He could win the election and be president. And therefore, he's not just like any other Kenyan. Chaos going on in Kondele, standing atop a car through the rooftop. Chaos going on in Kondele. Stones being thrown. And I heard about stones from none other than William Samoei Ruto, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. First, the security. Remember Parker, the guy called Parker, who was guarding the president. How careless he was to go and enjoy a drink when he should be by the side of the president, Abraham Lincoln. What was the security doing? If the deputy president could not see that this is dangerous, for him to go back to the car, what was the security doing? At that point, they actually force the person they are protecting. They make a shield around him. In this case, they will have forced him back into the car. What am I saying? Supposing that one stone hit the deputy president, God forbid, but supposing that happened. Those young men in Kondele, they are not selling like babies. These are hardened people. They can throw a stone this big. I don't want to imagine what would happen if a stone would hit the deputy president. And the worst happened. Do you think this country will be the same? I'm addressing William Samoei Ruto. Don't think about yourself. Let nobody think about themselves. Because this is about Kenya. This country cannot be the same. If people in Eldoret were to stone Raila Odinga to the point of something bad, terrible happening, this country can't be the same. If somebody hit a stone, threw a stone and it hit Uhuru Kenyatta, breaking his neck, his head, you think this country will be the same? Especially given who would be doing it. First of all, even if the worst doesn't happen, you already have planted hatred between communities. Let's be sensitive. Let's love this country. As we love ourselves, as we look for power, let's think about this country. Let's think about Kenyans. Let's think about the Luos who work in Eldoret. Let's think about the Luos who work in Nairobi, Mombasa. Let's think about the Kikuyus, the Kalenjin, working and doing business in this country. This is a beautiful country. Kenyans love each other. But something like that has the potential to plant enmity between communities that can last for generations. The security, that level of carelessness. And if anybody listening to me can reach the guys on Thika Road, the intelligence community, the presidential security team, IG Mtiambai, DCI DG Kenoti. If anybody can reach these guys, if they are not listening to me, the entire team that was guarding William Samoei Ruto in Kisumu must be dismissed, or at the very least, removed from that assignment. That is dangerous to a country. And now talking about Kondele, I'm reminded of every December when I take my small generator for repair because I'm in the village and power there is unreliable. However, that may be a thing of the past because I've come across Power Africa Solar, the guys with reliable, affordable, high-end solar solutions, solar energy solutions. They are in America, in California, they are in industrial area, they are in Kisumu Alpha House. So if you want to solve the problems of electricity, especially in the rural areas, and with the coming festivities, approach Power Africa Solar. You can check them on their website, powerafricasolar.com. And after you install the solar in your home, you can sit back and enjoy your Christmas without ever thinking about electricity again. To William Samoei Ruto, you stand aboard a vehicle on top of, through the rooftop to show you are tough. You don't care. That is recklessness. It's bad for me, a small person, to use the word reckless in reference to my deputy president. But I must use it. Because it's not your security, William Samoei Ruto. This is the security of this country. One of those missiles, as they are called, one of those stones landing on your head as you try to show how tough you are. My friend, this is risky. Let Kenyans continue living in peace. Because this is dangerous. I saw the other day in Kitui, removing an envelope with 2 million shillings, giving somebody in a crowd, supposing there's a stampede for that money. The security of William Samoei Ruto does not belong to William Samoei Ruto, not to his family. It is the security of this country. And the people in charge of security in this country must be listening to me as we move towards 2022. These people who can put us in trouble must be told in no uncertain terms that their security is not in their hands. They belong to us and we shall protect them. Because as we protect them, we are protecting ourselves. Number two, to William Samoei Ruto. Every country has its intelligence community. They are paid to make sure our leaders are safe, among other things. If the intelligence warns you as a leader, don't go to a certain place. Please, don't disobey them. Don't disregard them. Don't ignore them. They are doing their job. And if you live in this country and you are a politician, you know what Kondele is. Just supposing really it is what some stupid people are trying to make it look like. Some people are saying this is ODM. Again, another stupidity. This is Raila. Let's suppose it is true. Let's suppose it is true that those guys actually have been worked into and been told, take care of this guy. Give him a hard time. My friend, and it's Kondele. What are we talking about? Even the president of this country cannot ignore warnings from the intelligence people. And I'm sure it happens all the time. The president may be wanting to go somewhere, may be wanting to use a certain route, but reports from the intelligence makes him change his route. You cannot ignore the intelligence when they tell you, don't use this route. Don't go to this place. That is their work. It is to protect you. But beyond protecting you, they are protecting this country. They are protecting the children of this country. They are protecting the future of this country. Because the future of this country can only be guaranteed if Kenyans from different backgrounds stay together. But if things can happen to make certain communities not only clash, but hold permanent grudges against those other communities, we cannot be having a country in the future. This country will survive if we are all part of this country. We must avoid situations that can plant bad blood between communities in this country. And finally, as I just finished, I must end where I started. Leaders must not be so greedy for power that All they see is themselves. I, me, and myself. You need a country for you to be president. You need people. You need peace. Uhuru realized without peace you can't be president. You can be sworn in. You can stay in State House, but without peace, without legitimacy, what kind of president will you be? That peace is critical and doesn't belong to you. Your security is important to you. Your family wants you alive. But we need you more than your family. Because you hold our future in your hands as a leader. And I've always said in this country, leaders do not seem to understand that the moment you reach a certain level, even a member of parliament, the future of the children of this country is in your hands as just an MP. Now you can imagine a deputy president, a leader of the opposition like Raila, a heartbeat away from the president. How much of our future and the future of our children are in your hands? That's important.